Mm. Baby? Hey, what's wrong? Are you crying? Hold on, let me... There we go. Oh, sweetheart. What's happened? Why are you crying? It's okay. Come here. I've got you. You're safe. Hey, look at me. You're trembling. Was it a nightmare? I'm so sorry, love. Whatever it was, I promise it's not real anymore. It was just a dream. You're safe. You don't have to talk about it if you don't want to, but I'm here. I'll always be here. You know that. Come on, come here. Let me get rid of those tears. There, all better. Well, almost. Now it's better. Do you need anything? Water, tea, something to eat? Anything? No? Just cuddles? Baby, of course. You know that's my specialty. Award-winning, remember? There. Now, snuggle in. Let me hold you. Hey, do you want to hear a story? I remember sometimes that helps you fall asleep, right? Alright, let's see. I think I have just the one. Once upon a time, there was a little village nested in the valley of two great hills. The people there were happy, but among them was a lone wanderer, a charming, slightly sleepy adventurer, if I do say so myself. The adventurer wasn't looking for anything in particular. They just wandered the land, keeping to themselves, until one fateful day when they stumbled upon the most radiant being they had ever seen. And this radiant being wasn't just beautiful. No, they were clever and kind, with a heart so bright it could outshine the sun. The adventurer, well, they were enchanted right away. But there was a problem. You see, the radiant being was no ordinary villager. They were a sorcerer, a wielder of powerful, awe-inspiring magic. And the adventurer? They weren't sure if they were worthy of such a dazzling companion. But fate had other plans, as it so often does. The sorcerer and adventurer crossed paths again and again. At first, the adventurer tried to play it cool, acting as though they weren't completely captivated every time the sorcerer smiled. and the sorcerer, well, they saw right through it. One particularly stormy night, the adventurer found themselves stranded near the sorcerer's tower. It was pouring rain, the kind that soaks you to the bone and doesn't seem to have an end in sight. The adventurer, being just a little too proud, hesitated to ask for shelter. But before they could even knock, the sorcerer opened the door and said, "You know what? What do you think they said?" Exactly. "Come in, you fool, you're drenched." And just like that, the adventurer was pulled inside, handed a warm blanket, and given the best cup of hot chocolate they'd ever tasted. I think it might have been infused with magic, but they'll never tell the adventurer that. They stayed up all night, talking and laughing by the fire, and for the first time, the adventurer felt like they'd found something worth staying in one place for. Of course, the sorcerer pretended not to notice how flustered the adventurer got every single time they looked at them. But they noticed. They definitely noticed. And as such, from that night on, the adventurer stopped wandering. They found a home, not just in the village, but with the sorcerer. And the sorcerer, well, they found someone who would follow them to the ends of the earth, no matter what. Someone who would happily dry their tears and hold them close when they've had a bad dream. And they lived not just happily ever after, but together, because that is what really mattered. The end. So, did my silly little bedtime story help? Or should I tell you another one? Love. You want me to keep talking? Well, anything for you, my sleepy sorcerer. You know, before I woke up, I was dreaming about you. I was in this huge, glowing city, and when I looked up, the sky was full of whales. Not just regular ones either. They were shimmering like they swallowed all the stars in the sky. It was so beautiful. And then one of them came down so low that I could reach out and touch it. I ran my hand along its side and it was warm and soft, like velvet. All I could think was, wow, I really wish you were here to see this. And then, just like that, there you were, right beside me, smiling like you belonged there all along. And then, before I knew it, we were both on the back of the sky whale, soaring over the city. It was so peaceful, so magical. I don't think I have ever seen anything quite so beautiful. Except, well, you. about to fall asleep again, but I think you're already there. Good night, sweetheart. I love you so, so much. I hope you're in my dreams again.